welcome to MMA Plug, and today we're going to be talking about UFC 303. Big announcements. Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler has been canceled, so that's why you got to watch MMA Plug, bro. I warned y'all. Alright, Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka are going to replace the main event, and Michael Chandler's not going to return. There's no estimated date for that, because the one that's really at fault is Conor McGregor. He's the one that's taking drugs, the whole vibe, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's miserable. It really is miserable. I really wanted to see Conor McGregor. A lot of my friends are like very disappointed because they wanted to see Conor McGregor. But honestly, Alex Pereira is more entertaining than Conor McGregor, bro. Like, this is a way better replacement. And man, Yuri Prochazka, real fire. But man, I don't know if they're both taking this on short notice. If they are, man, they're cooked, bro. They're cooked. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a lot similar to the first fight. I think Alex Pereira is gonna win. Yeah. And again, Dana White, I don't know what to say. I really wish Conor McGregor could be held accountable and we could figure out a later date, but I don't think it's gonna happen the way he's been. We wanted this bout for December, so, and it didn't happen, so nah, man. Honestly, I think Conor McGregor's done. I think he's cooked. Yeah, give up on it, man. I don't know. And for Michael Chandler, keep staying at 155. Try to fight someone as soon as possible. Maybe keep cutting down, and look for a fight. And as soon as possible, don't waste your time. You know, you're only getting older, so. And then, yeah. And honestly, I think this is a way better matchup for UFC 303. And now to the sub-main event. Jamal Hill versus Oldberg is out. Oldberg is actually still down. He's fighting Anthony Smith. But the sub-headliner is going to be Diego Lopez versus Brian Ortega. And man, Diego Lopez is so entertaining. I'm going to be honest, I've been seeing a lot of MMA YouTubers double back and be like, yo, Brian Ortega is going to win. Dude, we saw Brian Ortega get mopped in the first round by Yair Rodriguez and then just to submit Yair. But Diego Lopez is a way better submission artist than Yair Rodriguez. Yair Rodriguez is only an offensive maestro, and that goes for on the ground and offensively. So, hey, people need to stop underestimating Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez is lean, huge, and powerful. He beat his last opponent in the first round by knockout in seconds at UFC 300. So he knows how to rise to, in big moments. And then again, no one beat his opponent like that ever in the UFC. He was the first to do that. And the way Brian Ortega has been able to get beat, I think it's just going to happen again with Diego Lopez. Do I think it's a better bout than Jamal Hill versus Oldberg? No. I would rather see that as the, some main event. But, this is still a great replacement. Again, I'm a big fan of Brian Ortega, to be honest. I think he's funny as hell. His pretty boy attitude, it's funny as hell. But I don't condone what he did to Tracy Cortez. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's okay because now she has a chance with me type shit. But, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't right. Okay, Tracy Cortez, just... The final replacement on this bout, the Oldberg versus Anthony Smith matchup. Ugh. Sounded like Mike Tyson with lisp. But yeah. First thing I want to say with that, Anthony Smith coming off short notice, he's gonna get killed. Like, I love Anthony Smith. When he beat Vitor Petrino, bro, that made me so happy. Like, him getting his win, especially guillotine submission, so he can just like flaunt Alex Pereira, because I want that fight. I want the Alex Pereira versus Anthony Smith fight. That'd be dope. If Anthony Smith can pull this off, I want it to happen as soon as possible, dude. Because if, for those who don't know, Anthony Smith challenged Alex Pereira to a fight where if he has Alex Pereira's back, he would submit him, no doubt about it. Because on a podcast, the Believe You Me podcast with Michael Bisping, commentator and former fighter champion, man, he was making bodacious claims saying, hey, Alex Pereira, Jan Blachowicz had you in that position. If that was me, I'd submit you. He's not even that good for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like one of those guys that's like, oh, he's not even that good for real. So, yeah, I would love to see that. And, You know, it's cool, but realistically, it's not. Like realistically, Anthony Smith. Like I remember one time he was telling Michael Bisping when I was a champion, but the chance of him being a champion was because he took a legal knee from John Jones, and that's the only way he could have became champion. Other than that, he has struggled to rise to the top. Yeah, Glover Teixeira beat him to become the champion. So, you know, and that guy was like 40.
This one goes out to Anthony Smith, yeah? You know, reports came out your last bout, you broke the leg, right? You're sitting there hobbled over the oak. What was the extent of the injury? There was silence out of your trap on that. So obviously it was a miscalculation. You didn't break your leg, but what was it? Was it a stress fracture? What was the issue, pal? Because you know what that looks like to me, you hobbling out there. It was what I experienced pre the break. What I went through in the camp and in training, and had them stress fractures, and they were building up over time, even over years of booting people around, yeah? It built up over time. So keep kicking, pal, until the leg snaps. Until then, strap your leg up and keep going and get back in that cage and kick until the leg fully snaps. And then you'll be at my level, yeah? And then go about what you gotta go about to. I'm a big, bad machine. What can I say? God decided it.
And for Oldberg has a lot to gain if he beats Anthony Smith. And honestly, they have a lot to gain both, vice versa, actually. Especially because Oldberg was going against Jamal Hill. So they rate Oldberg highly. So let me just not discredit that. Again, but I don't think it's realistic. Again, coming off short notice, Anthony Smith is get killed. And yeah, my expectations for the card now, honestly, higher. I think the fights now are more competitive. I will say that much. I don't think Chandler Connor was like competitive. I think it was gonna be like just, I don't know, a weird fight. I think it was just gonna be like a weird fight. I had no expectations of like those to be a slugfest. It's gonna be like a BMF title fight. Like I don't know. It was a weird matchup again because we didn't know how good Conor McGregor was gonna be. We all thought he was gonna get killed. You know what I'm saying? The way he lost to DP. You know, and this Michael Chandler, man, just hungry for a finish, and he's the one person that actually seems to actually take this fight serious. Since why Conor McGregor called it off. So, you know. And having Pereira versus Yuri, that's a competitive bout, you know. A lot of us were very on the fence about the controversy with Yuri getting knocked out, right? When some people thought, nah, he still had time. Because, you know, Mark Goddard, you know, a bad ref. Dude, to be honest, the way Yuri fought in his last fight against Rakic, he literally was losing the first round, getting his ass handed to him. But he just put the pace on him, put the pressure, and knocked him out in the second round, which is awesome. But he can't do that to Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira will knock him out if he doesn't do that. His chin is, you know, granted, but there's too many times where he's been rocked, man. Alex Pereira is gonna fold him. Yeah. This has been MMA Plug.
Let's go. There's nothing you can't do. I love Jesus. Absolutely nothing you can't do ever. You can do anything. You're a child. I'm just autistic. Autism gives me superpowers. Let's go. Because anything is already everything. Plug.